I need to do a demonstration on hemostasis. And the three parts of hemostasis are vascular spasms, platelet plug formation, and coagulation. And I thought, well, first we need to actually end up with some blood to show this, because it's all about blood. So what I've got here is I've got a beaker of acetone, and I'm adding to it dry ice. That's why we use our gloves. We don't just grab dry ice, escape it. Dry ice is about 107 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, but the good news is acetone doesn't freeze until 139 degrees. So this is incredibly cold. So to start off with, let's go ahead and let's just sacrifice a finger. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that is cold, people. I cannot begin to tell you how cold. Okay, good news, I'm starting to lose feeling in my fingernail, so it's better. So it's not a problem. We'll get it taken care of. Oh yeah, now the nerve endings are completely frozen. I think the blood has stopped flowing through my finger. I think we're in pretty good shape, but let's just give it here just a few more seconds and make sure that I absolutely have no feeling whatsoever left in my finger. And again, keep this in mind, this whole thing is about 107 below 0. So it's nice and cool. While we're doing this, we can even add more pieces of dry ice. I mean, after all, I can't really feel anything yet. Oh yeah, that's definitely, that's cold. That's really cold. So tell you what, let's get some coagulation going. We'll do that using a hammer and my finger. Let's give it a shot here. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. No blood even, because we've frozen everything on the inside. Want to close up? Here. Where's that? There it is. Oh, there's the camera. There's the, oh, look at the meat and stuff. Oh, that's just nasty. Yeah, that's bad. Well, I'm gonna move on to some other things. I think I'll let the nurse take a look at this finger, just, you know, because I can't really do this demonstration too many more times. I only got so many fingers, you know, so it's the best I can do. Let's move on with coagulation now that we have an injury to work with. Okay, so my blood vessel has just ruptured. And what we're gonna see now is we got blood flowing through, in this case water, flowing through our blood vessel. But right off the bat, we have vascular spasms. And what happens in a vascular spasm is we clamp down on the blood vessel. So the smooth muscle that's wrapped around it will go in, tighten itself down. There's my smooth muscle, my clamp, has clamped down. So my clamp is acting like my smooth muscle. And so as I continue to try to pump blood through this, we get a little bit, but sure like nothing like what we saw before, is it? So that's the way the vascular spasms work, except they're continuous all along this blood vessel.
We're going to leave vascular spasms and move on to platelet plug formation, which is what you see here. Platelet plug is made up of cell fragments, and you can see how they're sticking to cover the break in this capillary, and it'll continue to grow until we finally cover the entire capillary, and that helps stop blood flow.
Okay, so what we've got is we've got our broken blood vessel here, and this is our open wound. You got to think about the cascade effect that's going to happen during coagulation. First, prothrombin, which is me, is going to be converted into thrombin. My job, though, is to activate the fibrinogen. Here's my fibrinogen, and I need to activate it. I better get more fibrinogen. That's not enough. Okay, so we got our fibrinogen, and now we're activating it, because next comes our fibrin mesh. Uh-oh, we're out of that one. We're out of that one, too. That's pretty messy. We have our blood cells coming along, and they need to start sticking to this. Stick. It's not sticking very well. Once they stick, hey, they're starting to. The problem is we need some more stuff in there to hold it in place. I think I've made a pretty good mess in there. So now you've got your blood cells sticking in your fibrin, and they're preventing blood from flowing out of this vessel. That's coagulation. As the silly string dries, it becomes solid, just like a blood clot would. This is exactly like coagulation. So I've demonstrated all three parts of hemostasis. Remember, the very first part was when I showed my vascular spasm. So I used my handy dandy clamp, and I clamped down my blood vessel to slow the water, well, the blood. We slowed it down, and that was the first part to hemostasis. Second, your platelet plugs. Now I had some problems with my platelet plugs. They like to bounce off each other and not stick to the paper. But you still got the idea. The silly putty sticking, and there's little pieces, because platelets are cell fragments. They stuck, and eventually you cover the whole hole in that capillary. That stops blood flow. The third part was my coagulation demonstration using balloons and silly putty. And in the end, I formed a clot using those. So these are the three steps to hemostasis.